Seconds after man shows up with something of Hillary's, look what happened to him. What's going on? Now, this is truly odd. Joseph Mifsud, the Maltese academic suspected of being a link between the Trump campaign and Russian officials, who also claimed to have dirt on Hillary Clinton and was once a regular on the foreign policy circuit attending conferences the world over, has now vanished and no one seems to know his whereabouts. Mifsud is a well-known academic who moved around in important circles and would present himself as an international ambassador. Although he has never held such a post, he also has been known to claim to be associated with at least one group that appears to have invented himself. But last Thursday, Mifsud disappeared from a private university in Rome where he currently teaches. Repeated attempts to reach him since have been unsuccessful, which has everyone speculating if the Clinton machine may have gotten to him. And as we all know by now, this wouldn't be the first time it had happened. SBC local reports the Clinton Deadpool, James McDonnell, Clinton convicted Whitewater partner, died of an apparent heart attack while in solitary confinement. He was a key witness in Ken Starr's investigation. Mary Mahoney, a former White House intern, was murdered in July of 1997 at a Starbucks coffee shop in Georgetown. The murder happened just after she was to go public with her story of sexual harassment in the White House. Vince Foster, number 3, former White House counselor and colleague of Hillary Clinton at Little Rock's Rose Law Firm, died of a gunshot wound to the head, ruled as suicide. Ron Brown, Secretary of Commerce and former DNC chairman, reported to have died by impact in a plane crash. A pathologist close to the investigation reported that there was a hole in the top of Brown's skull resembling a gunshot wound. At the time of his death, Brown was being investigated and spoke publicly of his willingness to cut a deal with prosecutors. The rest of the people on the plane also died. A few days later, the air traffic controller committed suicide. I would add that as number 5, actually, the air traffic controller. So it says 5, C. Victor Razor. 2, Razor, a major player in the Clinton fundraising organization, died in a private plane crash in July of 1992. Paul Tully, Democratic National Committee political director, found dead in a hotel room in Little Rock, September 1992, described by Clinton as a dear friend and trusted advisor. 7, Ed Willie, Clinton fundraiser, found dead November 93, deep in the woods of Virginia, of a gunshot wound to the head, ruled a suicide. Ed Willie died on the same day. His wife, Kathleen Willey, claimed Bill Clinton groped her in the Oval Office in the White House. Ed Willie was involved in several Clinton fundraising events. 8, Jerry Parks, head of Clinton's gubernatorial security team in Little Rock, gunned down in his car at a deserted intersection outside Little Rock. Parks' son said his father was building a dossier on Clinton. He allegedly threatened to reveal this information. After he died, the files were mysteriously removed from his home. Actually, his house, whatever. 9, James Bunch died from a gunshot suicide. It was reported that he had a black book of people which contained names of influential people who visited prostitutes in Texas and Arkansas. Number 10, James Wilson was found dead in May 1993 from an apparent hanging suicide. He was reported to have ties to Whitewater. Kathy Ferguson, ex-wife of Arkansas Trooper Danny Ferguson, was found dead in May of 1994 in her living room with a gunshot to her head. It was ruled a suicide, even though there were several packed suitcases as if she were going somewhere. Danny Ferguson was a co-defendant along with Bill Clinton in the Paula Jones lawsuit. Kathy Ferguson was a possible corroborating witness for Paula Jones. 12. Bill Shelton, Arkansas State Trooper in finance of Kathy Ferguson, critical of the suicide ruling of his fiancée. He was found dead in June of 1994. Gunshot wound, also ruled a suicide, the gravesite of his fiancée. At the gravesite, yeah. Gandhi Bogg, attorney for Clinton, died of jumping out of a window, tall building in January 1994. His client was a convicted drug distributor. And the list goes on and on and on. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The following persons had information of the Ives Henry case. Keith Coney died when his motorcycle slammed into the back of a truck in July of '88. Died, stabbed 100. Wow. And it goes on. Okay, the following Clinton bodyguards are also dead. Major Williams S. Barkley Jr., Captain Scott J. Reynolds, Sergeant Brian Hanley, Sergeant Tim Sabell, Major General Williams Robertson, Colonel Williams Densberger, Colonel Robert Kelly, Gary Rhodes, Steve Willis, Robert Williams Conway, LeBlue. Okay. And the most recent, Seth Rich, the DNC staffer, murdered and robbed of nothing. On July 10th, WikiLeaks found Assange claims he had info on the DNC email scandal. This is only one in dozens of cases where going after Hillary or Bill Clinton has resulted in someone disappearing or committing suicide under strange circumstances. And it always seems to be the same story. They each have had something on the Clintons, and mysteriously they seem to disappear. This pattern stems all the way since the days Bill Clinton was governor of the state of Arkansas. How many more mystery cases does there have to be until the Clinton cartel is taken down? We all had much hope when President Trump was elected that he would be the one to finally put a stop to the Clinton machine, but it seems that not the case, considering how weak Attorney General Jeff Sessions has turned out to be. Please share if you want to see Clintons in federal prison. Also, we should add the Wissenant and the other guy. Also, I mean, they all had things on Hillary, and they all mysteriously either died of suicide. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, and now this guy seems to have info, and he's an ambassador, and he seems to be going missing also. Well, that only proves that Clinton is crooked from the core to the core, and the liberals wanted her as president. Amazing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.